Assalamu alaikum, hello and welcome. Today we are going to talk about leadership. What inspires leaders to achieve extraordinary results whenever they get the opportunity to lead? How do leaders get inspired to go the extra mile to lead their people? Today, this is the topic we are covering. As leaders or aspiring leaders, we are always challenged by our surroundings, and it sometimes deviates us from our vision. So we are in need of constant search. We are in constant search for motivation to get us back on track with leadership behaviors and skills. Now, where do we get these leadership inspirations or motivations? We have many sources, and one of the sources is short stories. Now, stories help us to understand the importance of a leader's attitude and behaviors in different and difficult situations, and we can take these examples to improve our leadership abilities. Now, I have a story today. I'm going to narrate a very short story today about leadership skills. And this is how it goes. Long time ago, there was a prosperous and successful kingdom. The king, after a short illness, passed away and left the dynasty to his son, a young man who inherited the kingdom. This young man was inexperienced and he was not taught, or rather, he was not exposed to leadership experiences. So, as usual with people and kingdoms and nations, what happens is leaders are tested. They are tested with famine, they are tested with disease, and they are tested with wars. In this case, the young prince was tested with these three challenges. The first that came was famine, and this famine wiped out all animals and food productions. Then came disease and wiped out many people, the workforce. And then came the war that overthrew his kingdom, and luckily he escaped to a neighboring kingdom where his childhood friend, a young prince, ruled. Now, because of the challenges he has come through, he did not appear as a prince from the neighboring kingdom. He appeared as someone who's just common. Therefore, he could not get access to the young king who ruled the neighboring kingdom. After a while, he struggled and he raised funds to buy new clothes. Thereby, getting access to the king who ruled the nearby kingdom. Now, since they knew each other, the king asked this young prince what happened to him. And he narrated the story that there came famine and then disease and then war. That is how he found himself where he is today. So he said, I can help you with this. I will give you 100 sheep, and you can take them to wherever you want. That is up to you. This is the only help I can offer you today. The young prince was really surprised because he thought he was going to get a better deal or a huge help as compared to what he has got right now. Nevertheless, he thanked the young king and took away the sheep. After a while, there came calamities, the wolves, the lions, the hyenas, and they reduced his flock to only 3. After some few days, the 3 also died. The young prince went back to the king and narrated the story of how the sheep disappeared. The young king was not surprised, and he gave him another 50 sheep. The young prince went with the 50 sheep, and again they were reduced to 0. The second time he came back to the young king and explained what happened to the 50 sheep. This time, the young king gave his friend only 25 sheep. The young prince, now a bit experienced, realized that this time, if these 25 sheep disappears, then he stood little chance of getting any help from his friend, the king. So this time, he used his experience of losing 150 sheep to safeguard and care for these 25 sheep. After a couple of years, the 25 sheep became 1,000 sheep. Somehow, the young prince came and found the king and explained that this time he has not come for help. He has actually come to thank the king, because what he has is more than 1,000 sheep. Now, the king was delighted and he was very happy that this time the prince had gained experience and knowledge on how to care and look after the sheep. So he told him, this time, today, what I'm going to give you is something that will make you happy. I'm going to give you part of my kingdom, and you're going to rule that part. Leadership from our areas, that's northeastern region, have no capacity They are good people. I'm not saying they are bad. They are good people, but they lack necessary skills to lead. What they need to do is first to be good shepherds before they lead people. They should go back, look after sheep. After being successful in those ventures, then come back and lead. That is when their leadership will be productive, will be effective, and will help people to live in a thriving and progressive and productive environment.